Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Disaster Tour. I'm PT, your Disaster Tour Guide, and we are back in the wonderful world of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. Maybe. So, here's the deal, everyone. We only have 3 players. It is unfortunate. I have run sessions for less players, so we can absolutely do it. But we also, if we want to do, so if we don't, because I don't think there, let me put it this way. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of places we can go. Like, we've kind of pushed putting off the main story as long as we could
Yeah.
with other events. Which, holiday season, it happens. So, if we don't want to push the main story, but we do still want to play D&D today, last week on Tuesday, we had the charity stream, which raised $800-something for the Armed Services YMCA, which, phenomenal job, everyone.
Yeah.
As 2 of those donation goals, one of them was all of the continent names in the world of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, which I will reveal at the halfway point of stream to give people who haven't sent them in time to do so. The other one was a 10-room dungeon, which I finished writing out the page documents for today. And if we wanted to run the dungeon and to build just a for fun one-time character, we could do that. If people would be interested in doing that. Or, since it's 3 people of level 14, you could take these characters into it and just do some fun puzzle dungeon murder experience. What do people think?
Voting or just saying?
We're voting.
Okay.
We're voting on what? Where?
On if you want to run a BCH episode or if you want to do a one-shot.
I think, personally, just the people that are actually doing it.
Yeah, just the people who are going to be forced to do it are voting.
Hello?
So how do we feel?
I vote
Great. My
make
internet's
new
gone.
characters. Oh, Isaac, we can hear you. Or I can hear you.
I can hear him.
I don't
as
think he
well.
can hear us.
Oh.
Because he's not responding to things that we're saying.
Okay, Sky, what are your thoughts?
Great.
God damn, I can't tell if he's fucking with me. He's gotta be fucking with me, right?
Unclear.
Okay. So I am interested in the dungeon, and I think it'd be fun to make a character. And maybe if we wanted to get the chat involved, they could pitch character ideas, and we could pick one.
Ooh, do we toss in a channel point redemption to choose aspects of your characters?
That might be fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I'm fine with
What do you think?
running the dungeon. I definitely think if we're gonna run the dungeon, new characters would be better.
No, I 100% agree.
We're still going to appear as our...
Play?
Huh? Yeah, I do want to play, but
No?
that doesn't really seem like an option either way, so...
Well, I think
it's one of those
we could play just with the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I understand that, like, the story isn't really at an ideal point where we could play, so...
I mean, I can find a way to fit the dungeon into the BCH story. Lyra, there's a lot going on in your head in that book that you've been reading. It's just first and foremost, and you drag everyone else into the book with you.
Dungeon in my face.
Oh.
We fully lost
We're
him.
losing Isaac.
But
I'm assuming he's restarting to try and be able to hear us.
while we wait on Elliot to get back and we wait to finish the vote, let's get everybody introduced because I completely fucking forgot to do that.
Oh yeah.
Well, the first person you usually start with is gone. So.
We have
we
have Elliot, who heard there was tea in the other room and ran off. We have our Kalishtar wizard from Stipvale, Lyra Dreamshadow, played by.
Hello, I am Rosie. When Rosie see us on the internet. And yeah, I'm vibing today.
And we have Newton Worldwalker, the Minotaur Sorbarian from Olfast, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea.
Anybody have a good question of the day?
That's your forte, Rosie.
I know, I forgot about this part.
Okay. Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
What is your favorite ravioli-like food? So you could do like a pierogi, a dumpling.
I don't think I know enough ravioli-like foods to answer that question.
Oh my god, like I feel like onigiri is maybe a little bit of a stretch, but that's my answer.
That's so true.
Yes.
So I guess ravioli-like is just anything that is something wrapped around something else.
Allruns is Pop-Tarts.
I think it's like a starch wrapped around something. Yeah, that counts.
Allruns is Pop-Tarts.
Allruns is Pop-Tarts. So that seems character accurate, honestly.
It really does. For the drunk wine uncle in the group.
Pop-Tarts are raviolis for real. That's so true.
I mean, you know what? If for some reason Isaac can't make it back and we only have 2 people, girlfriend episode?
Oh.
We're going on a canonical date.
Nothing would make me happier than to fuck up a date with shenanigans.
Finally, a canonical date. It's been.
We have literally never.
A canonical date and Lyra's a canonical date and your parents show up.
That's true. All our parents are in the city.
God, everyone's parents are in the city. Except for Lulin's.
No, ravioli is a valid ravioli-like option. Yes, you can choose.
And I guess technically Karak.
Let me tell you, there is nothing goddamn better. I am obsessed with butternut squash ravioli, personally. I feel like it would be a thing that Newsom would vibe with too, but truly I think Newsom's personality calls for a calzone.
Yeah.
She seems like a calzone bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, omelet as being... I need to think about omelet as being ravioli-like.
I think if it's like, well, yeah, because you're not really like putting something inside of it, you know. I guess like a Japanese omelet.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, but you like mix everything together, and then you just like I get it is kind of like in the realm, but it doesn't seem quite right. It's also not surrounded in a starch. Now, if you took a quiche and folded it in half.
Okay, I have a very important...
2 quiches on top of one another.
Yes, and then you scrunch the sides together. Now that's a breakfast ravioli.
I have a question for you, Rosie / Lyra, and it's entirely going to be dependent on how well you know your wizard spells. Like all the wizard spells. This is like a more DM question. Okay. Would you consider it a valid answer if I said Brennan's favorite ravioli type thing was prismatic wall?
Prismatic wall.
It's the one that had...
I know, isn't there prismatic orb? Or is that not one?
That is also one, but this is the 9th level wizard abjuration spell that creates a 7-layered wall.
But it's not a starch.
Is it a starch? Is it a starch to Brennan because he eats magic?
No, because he acknowledges that magic isn't food. Because he lusts for real food.
That is true. He does lust for real food.
Vinyl has a good take, which is that's lasagna, and I agree.
Yes. Now that is yeah. You turn the prismatic wall on its side, then it's a lasagna.
Yep.
So the funny thing is, prismatic wall, like every other wall spell in the game, you can lay it out in any orientation you want it in, right?
There you go.
So there is a valid strategy in 2 wizard parties to put, like, if you're in a room or like you're out in the open, you put a prismatic orb above your enemy, like floating in the air. And then the other wizard casts reverse gravity, and they fall through the entire thing.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
And then you cancel the reverse gravity spell, and they fall through the entire thing again.
Oh, wow.
And I
And
think,
slowly too, because it's a slow fall.
yeah, and that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah. So that would be 100 d6 damage to fall through that wall twice.
Holy
God.
fuck.
Let's just why don't you just toss that in the chat right now and see what that damage roll comes out to for me.
Oh, I feel like as the wizard, you should do it.
Foundry isn't open.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna be. To be fair, my foundry isn't open either. So.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, sorry, I thought it just wasn't open at all yet. I can do it.
Oh my lordy.
What'd you get?
343 damage.
Wow, that's nice.
That would, let's see.
That would.
Let's judge that against our character's health. That would kill Karak a time and a half over.
Yeah.
It would kill Elliot a time and a half over. Elliot has more health than Karak?
Yeah, because of the werewolf stuff, I think.
No, he just buffed Khan.
Oh, well, he also has ridiculous stats, so...
Yeah, his strength and his dex are a 10, his con's a 14, and every other stat he has is an 18.
Yeah.
I should have
It's
never...
illegal.
I watched him roll them, too, which is the worst
Oh, yeah.
part.
Mm-hmm.
He's too powerful.
Quiet, honestly.
Yeah, let's look at everyone's stats, chat. Let's do that today. That'll be what we do today. That'll be fun.
Look at our stats.
Yeah. Karak has a 12 strength, a 13 dex, a 13 con, a 9 intelligence, and 8 wisdom, and a 20 charisma.
He is only charismatic.
He
You know,
is
he
min-maxed
says it.
in my favorite way. Lulin right now is sitting on a 16 strength, a 10 dex, a 16 con, a 10 intelligence, a 12 wisdom, and a 12 charisma. The man is the wall.
Yeah. We are very similar in that way.
Ooh, let's talk about Lyra's stats.
I don't want to.
A 9 in strength, a 14 dex, a 13 con, a 19 intelligence, a 14 wisdom, and an 8 charisma.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
That is rough.
out there. And that's after me like bumping my intelligence, like
Yeah.
taking feet.
Apparently, chat is rolling to attack me, and Nightbot is saying, "Oh my god, chat's fighting! Chat's rolling dice and fighting in chat."
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Battling.
okay. Chat. Start rolling in chat. If you read that you lost a fight, stop rolling. Let's see who the last one standing is.
How do you determine that?
I don't know. I'm just winging it here. Oh, never mind. Coffee won. Apparently they hacked the stream, unmodded the mods, and DDoSed everyone.
Damn.
Tragic. And then we have Nom. Nom has a 12 strength, a 20 dex, a 14 con, a 13 intelligence, a 17 wisdom, and a 13 charisma.
Wow. I did not know that Nam was that wise.
Neither did I. I think it was for the perception.
Makes sense.
Lyra's stats are rough because I feel like usually you have 2 stats that you're like good in. You know?
Yeah.
And probably 2 that you're like bad in and 2 that you're middling in. Lyra only has int, and that wasn't even that good because I had to bump it twice.
Let's look at Newsen. We got an 18 dex. No, an 18 strength. God, 18 dex would be wild on you. Your armor class would be so high.
Yeah, it would be insane.
We have 18 strength, 13 dex, 16 con, 11 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 15 charisma. That surprises me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
the
bumped charisma
sorcerer.
when I took sorcerer, so
I still cannot wait to see where that goes. I think we're due for a level up pretty soon.
Ooh, that'd be exciting.
It's been what, like a month and a half?
it's been a minute.
The last one you got was after you killed Umbreon.
Yeah. Which I mean, I guess wasn't really that long ago.
In game? Nah, we're on a grand power scaling now.
Yeah.
Listen,
It
chat, this game's gonna go for the next, like, year and a half, more than likely. And I got bad news. That year and a half is gonna cover, like, 6 days of in-game time.
Especially if we keep missing sessions.
Yeah.
The struggle is so real.
The struggle is real. Just had a session of the game I run.
Yeah.
And I don't know, how did you feel? So I'm pretty happy with how I set up like the situation with the boat, which I'm gonna explain now. Cat and so basically, one of my character's fathers has, or is like the captain of a ship. But he doesn't like own the ship, right? Like some rich person owns the ship. He's the captain. He's doing the day to day like shipping, right? He ships stuff up and down the coast.
Yeah.
And so he like got it in his head that the character was in danger. And so
Okay.
I was like, you know what? He stole this ship and went to like chase after the party. And it's kind of an interesting, like, tense situation because the situation is that only he and his like top three, like, top three people on the ship know that this is the case. The rest of the crew who are actually, you know, doing the sailing of the ship, think that they're just doing like a regular run of things. So there's like this threat of like mutiny, you know,
Yep.
that would be like kind of valid, honestly. And yeah, I don't know. What was your take on it, Sky? Did you enjoy that? Or
Oh, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, we also had that really fun chase sequence the session before, which I think we should talk about at some point. But yeah, I definitely I love the dynamic between Mac and her father because she's doing this kind of like almost parenting of him
yeah.
when he's like, I'm worried about you, and she's like, why?
Yeah. What did you do? Why did you steal a ship?
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm excited that y'all decided to leave on the ship as well.
Yes.
You know, it was one of a couple options. And I'm excited that we'll get to like have some rules about whether the mutiny happens or not. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, true. Very true.
Yeah.
Fight them. Fight them all. What level are you guys?
Well, in that campaign, we are level 9. We just leveled to 9.
Don't fight them all.
Well, I mean, we are trying to take down a government before we leave, so
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
no, and so what happened was this is the campaign for you, PT. I don't remember if I told you this, where I'm playing the warlock divorced from her patron and getting her power as alimony.
Yeah, I helped Rosie write some letters for it.
Yeah, the Max mom ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
From
and so we had a run-in with somebody from the higher delegation, and he knew something we needed him not to remember, basically. And so I ended up asking my patron ex-husband if he would wipe his memory because we didn't have any way to do it, and he agreed, but with some really petty terms, like taking my familiar and sending me home to see my mother and tell her how great she is, which is rude, honestly.
Go visit your mom and tell her how it's so funny. Anyway.
Yes. Tell her how much you love her and how great she is. Um,
Okay.
And so, but because of this, the guy woke up with an infernal sigil burned into his forehead from my demon ex-husband taking care of it. So while he didn't remember any of the stuff that we needed him to forget, there was also clear evidence of infernal magic at play, of which I am stinking of, because all my magic is infernal. So they got out infernal magic sniffing dogs, and they were going around the city, and I had this NPC that I had like kind of not accidentally, but I took her on a date to get information, but also kind of liked her. And she was one of the people guiding the dogs around. And she was like, oh, we were just having regular conversation and everybody was trying to, and we were all like, oh shit, this infernal sniffing dog is going to get me immediately. And it was such a tragic turn of events because our druids tried to drug the dog and succeeded in slipping some herbs in its collar to try and distract its scent, but it was too good at sniffing, so
basically what I did on my end of it was going to be an auto success, and what I was doing was I was having it sniff each player in turn.
Yeah.
And I think I even had you guys roll for what order you were standing in.
Yeah.
But anyway, and so I was sniffing each player in turn, and it was just gonna sniff and figure it out. But because of the distractions, I was like, you know what? I'll make it a roll. Here's the DC. Let's try it. And it was like immediate. I met it. I felt so bad.
Yeah, it was immediate. So then she's like, then this NPC that I've flirted with and had a repertoire with is immediately like,
you're not so hot no more.
Yeah. But I have a 20 in charisma. So as we're all panicking, she's calling the guards. I make the snap decision, because Rosie and I had agreed ahead of time that I can use polymorph to transform into hellish beasts, but with none of the powers of said hellish beasts. So I make the snap decision to turn myself into a Rakshasa and feign that I had stolen my own body and used it to sow chaos. And thus begins the hilarious charade of me stealing our Mac, our rogue, away and being like, oh, you caught me. Now I must flee. So I use my exactly 2 spell slots to cast polymorph and then dimension door to get as far away as I can, and then start running through the streets. And
this doesn't sound like it's making the situation better.
Well, but see, what I was after was to save my own reputation, because that's what's most important to me in that moment, is to not be perceived as the villain, but to put the blame on somebody else, which I think worked pretty well.
It worked pretty well. And also, the other thing that it had, that maybe not the primary consequence, but it did get the heat off of your party member. They were able to successfully pretend that they didn't know anything about that. And there's some very confused signage in the city now, where it's maybe we want this person for questioning. They might be a demon. I don't know.
Yeah, the wanted posters have nothing but question marks all over them. They're unclear whether I am wanted or not and what I am wanted for.
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Um,
I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, he said his internet was like dying.
I was texting and he said he's trying to troubleshoot, but he thinks it might be like a Comcast issue. So,
Oh no.
yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, as everybody is sitting in the booth at the bar, everybody kind of drifts off their own way. Lulin heads back to the house. Nom disappears with his priest and his little delegate. Elliot kind of slumps on the table, perhaps having had a bit too much, and Karak picks him up and carries him off, leaving just the two of you in this bar as the party winds down on a quiet, old-fast night.
I don't think it would be anything but quiet.
The night's quiet, the bar is not.
Mm.
Okay. Wow, it's really loud in here.
Yeah, it does tend to be like that. Maybe we should just
Great.
we can step outside if you want. I know it could be a little intense.
Only if you want to. Lyra's like stiff as a board, totally overstimulated. Yeah, only if you want to. This is great.
Yes, yeah. Let's Yursa just goes ahead and like gets up and like offers her a hand. Like
yeah, okay, cool. And she walks out with you. I was lying a little bit. I was a little bit overwhelmed by the noise level in there.
what? No. I could not tell at all. You were totally playing it cool.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, I was trying to.
I know it could be. It's a lot when you're not used to it. It's part of life when you live here. But I get that it's not for everyone. Especially since, from what Elliot says, you weren't exactly a partier even at school or anything like that. So
yeah, not really. But I do like it here. You like it, so I like it.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you that there's like a nice quiet library that we could go to, but there is absolutely not, and I would not even lie to you about that.
Yeah, that's okay. I wouldn't do that. Where was your favorite place to like be growing up? Like, what did you do?
I spent a lot of time, running around the Misty Lock in the woods nearby and getting myself into a lot of trouble. The Misty Lock is really pretty at night. We could head over that way.
Okay, there's not like monsters in it, right?
No, most of the time the monsters that I encountered were the gnolls, so I think we should be okay. That's more of a like outside the city kind of thing, whereas the Misty Lock is kind of in the center of the three cities. So I didn't swim back then. Like swimming was a pretty new experience for me, because of the whole no feet thing. Or not the swimming capable kind of feet. So I never like got in the water before. There might be some gnarly turtles in there. I probably wouldn't like put your. Well, I guess you could. Yeah, toes might be an issue. Yeah, look, sitting beside it would probably be really nice.
Okay, that sounds great to me.
Just walk,
You awkward fucks.
Look, As far as I know, out of character, I don't think either of us have ever dated. Nuzin canonically hasn't because Lulin chased off everybody that was ever interested in her. So
Did Lyra date in college?
That's a good question. I feel like she went on like.
You want to roll a D100 and just set like a.
For how many first dates you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Are you okay with that?
D100.
That's a lot.
Do a D20. Do a D20.
Okay.
I mean, it would be hilarious. Like
that would be hilarious. Oh my, that's
still a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, she only like 15 first dates and decided
they were always
roll a D10 to see how many second dates Lyra went on.
D10.
0.
Oh.
This is the content the people are here for.
That's not bad.
Okay, yeah, 6 second dates isn't bad.
Executive decision, no third. So.
No third dates.
Of course.
And,
of course.
No one made it past. Oh!
Oh my god!
Are there people on my computer?
The little gay people.
Is he back?
Oh,
we
maybe.
can. Oh!
Oh my god, what do we do now?
We already started the date. Elliot's just gonna be awkwardly in the woods nearby.
No, I know exactly what we're gonna do. And you all just
Elliot's gonna go on a first date.
all I'm gonna say is this: let me cook.
Let me cook. All right, we'll continue.
Let me cook.
Okay, as you two make your way, I'm assuming a little bit drunk down to the lock.
I feel like me.
He's
more.
fucking gone again.
Oh, he's dead. He said there's a date, and now I'm out.
Yes. Anyways, as you like, I'm assuming kind of like drunken stumbling, make your way down to the lock.
Yes, yeah, I think just like
kind of leaning on each other.
Yeah, I think it would probably be a little bit more awkward than that. I feel
trying
like
not to look fumbly stupid because you don't want the other person to think
definitely Nuzin would be trying to play it cool, but was literally given a keg of ale, I think.
Okay,
so...
roll me a dexterity saving throw at advantage.
Oh, good. Yes. Here, let me move the foundry over to this monitor.
Lyra, how much did you drink?
I feel like she definitely didn't go too crazy, but she had a few. Oh my god, the nat 20? Wow.
The nat 20, though.
Nailing it.
She's really...
Nuzin, you look stone cold sober, and
She's laser focused on looking cool in the moonlight right now.
As you're making your way past Nuzin's house... Not Nuzin's house, Lulin's house.
Lulin's. I mean, we could make our way past my house, too. I still have one somewhere.
We can do both. I think yours was closer to the edge of the city, wasn't it? Because Lulin's also doubled as a training yard.
Yeah.
So as you make your way past Lulin's house, you hear from the yard...
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, should we take I can't. I'm only remembering the name Karak. I know we read
Nimblet. I was unclear on whether he was okay with the name change. Honestly, it's a little hard. I wish I had the ability to talk to animals, but
you could hyphenate it. The name
Nimblet dash Karak. Let's see. That gives us. It could be Narak or Kimblet.
As this manatee inside this bubble is just floating around on the end of the rope, so it's just kind of like bouncing into things and bouncing back through the water.
Oh, is it in the Misty Lock?
No.
Or at Lulin's house?
It's in a bubble.
No, he's in a bubble of water.
Oh, gotcha. Maybe we should take him to the Misty Lock.
I mean, You know what? Nothing is mean enough to attack a manatee, so I'm sure it'll be fine if there is a monster in there.
We'll fight him off. We'll fight him off if there's a monster.
We'll fight him off.
Yeah. We'll protect him.
Here's an old like I think she'll kind of like jog up and like trip a little bit because she's still drunk. She's just pretending. And just be like, huh, and like slow down a little bit. Like, nope, I'm cool. I'm so cool right now. Untie the manatee and like lead him along.
Wow, that looks so cool when you walked over the camera.
Thanks. She's like looking, doing that thing where you like look sideways and down like away, like please don't look at my awkward blushing.
I'm surprised Newton's goal for the night has not become find a potion of speaking with animals.
No, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nimblet kind of just bumbles along behind you as you walk to the lock.
He's so graceful.
Wow.
A majestic animal, truly.
He is so graceful.
Honestly, I'm so happy we both got pets and that Lyra's gonna release her little ghost cat.
Yeah.
You watch as this ghost cat kind of like pours out of this coin onto the ground, and as the mist kind of disperses, this cat is just walking along before it turns and notices Nimblet and jumps up and just kind of starts smacking at the water on the bottom of the bubble.
I think I'm gonna call him Ghost Cat.
You're just gonna call him Ghost Cat?
Yeah, well, I thought so.
You
I thought
will.
it was maybe.
If you guys keep watching them, you would see that the cat's bottom half kind of became ethereal as it began flying up the side, still whacking the water.
Oh man, he can fly? I guess I should have assumed that because he's a ghost, but...
He's a ghost cat, yeah. But yeah, he's really talented.
Yeah, clearly. I feel like he suits you very well.
Ew.
And you know, I've no better companion in a library than a ghost cat. He can probably get books down from high shelves that even I couldn't reach.
Oh my god, do you think he would?
I bet he would.
Wow. This gets better and better. Are we at the lock yet, or are we?
It's a long walk.
Yeah, it's like outside the city fully.
You actually almost have to go past the world tree.
No, the lock is closer to the city than the world tree.
Oh, it is. The north side of it is. The lock's just wide.
The lock edges every city in the area. It is very large, but not in the forest.
So you'd probably walk for like an hour before you get to the lock, and you kind of, as you come upon kind of the clearing of the edge, which is it's a fairly steep drop off into this lake. As the mist is seemingly, it's probably a 6 to 7 foot drop off, but the mist is even with the ground as it's coming off the water.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Sarah's gonna use her little like cantrip, her to like move it around a little bit.
Yeah, it can definitely be dangerous if you're not careful in the area for sure, but it's something else. And, you know.
Yeah, I can make a tornado. And she's like trying to do her gust spell so that it like winds up. That's the goal.
Roll Arcana?
Yeah.
You successfully pull it off.
Oh, let's
That is definitely something I have never seen around here.
As
What?
you're making holes, kind of revealing the calm surface of the water underneath, News and Nimblet kind of rolls past you towards the edge.
Hey, buddy, be careful.
Well, you are still holding the rope.
Well, I mean, if he wants to.
Yeah, here, I'll clear out like a little space so we can see him better. And she's gonna try and gust a little. We can actually see him.
You manage to like keep up a. You'll have to keep concentrating on it, but you can keep up a gust so you can see Nimblet
Okay.
as his water bubble like rolls to the edge, and the rope goes taut in your hand, Newson.
Look, like, just don't get lost, okay? Like, come back if you hear us call you, okay? Because I don't want Nathaniel getting his nasty little hands on you again.
No. As the ball goes over the side, and you hear a distant, not like a splash, but like a bubble popping sound.
A little pop.
As Nimblet goes into the water, and roll perception.
Oh no. Immediately gets eaten.
Solid.
We're doing great today.
It
Well,
almost
that's average.
it
Yup.
almost seems like there is a faint light coming off Nimblet for some reason.
Kind of glowing a little bit.
Kind of
I bet
glowing
it's
like
the
an
reflection.
aquamarine color.
I bet it's the reflection of the moon off of it.
Oh, you know, that could be. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, when I thought, like, you know what would be really cool if I had a manatee as a pet, I didn't really think it was gonna happen, and I don't really know that much about them. So I feel, I mean, he could just be really happy and they do that. I don't honestly know.
Maybe. Do you want to read about them right now? Because I have this, and she pulls out her Kindle.
You know, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly.
Okay. And I'll try to open to just general information about manatees and manatee hair. What we
Manatees are large aquatic animals that are native to Pushverans. Adult manatees are typically 9 to 10 feet long from snout to tail and weigh around 1,000 pounds. However, they may grow to over 13 feet long and weigh more than 3,500 pounds. Manatees have
What?
2 four-limb flippers that they use for steering movements and to hold vegetation while eating. A large, round, flattened, paddle-shaped tail is used for swimming.
Yeah. So
They're described
Vegetation
like cattle
is-
because that's kind of what they are.
so you just got to get some vegetation for it, and obviously he's fine on land. Like, has the bubble.
Yeah, I feel like it would be really bad if he didn't have that, considering
Yeah.
that it said that he can be like up to 3,500 pounds.
I know, that's crazy.
That's huge. Do you think he's full grown? Is he still growing?
Nimblet is like 5 feet long.
Oh my god, he's still growing.
Oh my god.
What if he's what if he's not even just like a regular manatee? What if he's like a dire manatee?
Dire manatee.
And he
You
could
took
be
the
like,
words out of my mouth.
yeah. That could mean he could end up like 26 feet long.
Oh my god. Well,
As you're watching Nimblet in the water, he's swimming along, and as he's like kind of like flipping over, like almost just lazily rolling through the water, you see that there are several blue spots on his sides that are kind of beginning to flash.
are the blue spots runes like that I've seen before?
They
or are
would be
they,
the runes that you saw before. You only saw one of them, though. It seems like there's like 5 or 6 more.
Do I know anything about rune flashing? Like, does that mean something normally?
Uh, typically in the drawn runes, because you're from Stipville, so you have a familiarity with magical technology. Runes begin to flash as they are charged with magic as they prepare to go off.
Newson, I think maybe if the runes are gonna do something, maybe we should pull him back in.
Do I still? I don't think I have a hold of the rope anymore. I had to let go of it to let him down in there.
Maybe we can call him back.
Nimblet! She kind of like, so while you were reading, she would have like dragged a log over for them to sit on, but like, she's like down, gets down on all fours, leans over the side of the edge and is like, Nimblet, are you okay down there? That came out very, very country for some reason.
Nimblet continues to just like meander along as this aquamarine glow is beginning to get much brighter, and it seems to be coming from within Nimblet as he swims along.
I mean, he doesn't seem too concerned about it.
No, but does he know how to read runes? I don't know. Is he close enough that I can see what these runes are yet? Or is he still...
He is close enough. Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, and this...
Damn!
It was actually kind of a bad rule. I get a +9 to it.
No.
You see that 3 of the runes seem to be amplification runes. And from the way they're drawn, they're meant to increase the range at which something happens.
Okay.
The other rune is Mass Awaken.
Ooh, okay, we should get him out of there, maybe? I don't think we want what's about to happen to happen.
Roll me, so that is a 9th level spell that I'm not sure Lyra would have fully learned about.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Roll me
okay,
an Arcana check.
Separating my knowledge.
Roll me an Arcana check.
One of my favorite spells, I will say. 27.
That's a good
You
roll.
can be as familiar with it as you want to be or not want to be.
Oh god,
I mean, Lyra was studying instead of partying, so I think it makes sense.
As it goes over one more time, you see that the other spell is Light.
Is light?
Light.
Newson, I don't... Okay, so you're gonna close your eyes when that thing goes off. Or maybe close your eyes right now and just keep calling him. And I'm gonna try to help.
Okay. she puts one arm fully over her face and is like, hey, Nimblet, buddy, I think you should probably come back.
Nimblet continues to meander along as he kind of turns towards you, Newson. And at this point, he is glowing bright. Like the water's surface is shown on you and all of the trees behind you.
Oh, come on.
As Nimblet, like Newton, even with your eyes closed, you can see bright spots.
Buddy, where are you going? What are you doing, bud?
I'm like, can you not do that? What you're doing?
Since you both can cast magic, you both feel a massive pull inwards of magic into Nimblet that you both are smart enough to realize means whatever this is about to go off. What are you both doing?
Do we need to be protected from this? I have not been informed of what's happening.
I'm gonna give us... Oh, wait, shoot. I think that has a... Wait, let me see. Casting time. Oh, no, it's one action. I'm gonna cast Globe of Invulnerability over us.
So you... Well, how do you do it? Newson's like leaning over the edge. What do you, and you're standing behind Newson. What do you do? Like, how do you step down? Let's set the cinematic
Yes.
scene.
Yes. Okay. So Newson has the arm over her face,
Yep.
and Lyra's just kind of panicking behind her. And so she does like a jump and puts her hand on your shoulder and like sort of launches herself in front of you a little bit to do the globe of invulnerability. And her eyes are wide open, like she didn't think about that. She thought about it for other people.
So you do that as this blast releases from Nimblet in a pulse that seems to bounce off the rocks on the shore, but rockets along the bottom of the lock, leaving behind it plant life that is glowing, lighting up the lock from below. As this pulse hits the far shores, and besides that, nothing really seems to change immediately. As Nimblet just continues to meander along through the water.
I think Lyra's like slowly letting go of her vulnerability. She's like, okay. So the spells that went off were Awaken and Light. And so I guess that's what the light did. I was afraid it was gonna like flash, like
Flashbang us. Yeah.
You can take your arm down. It's
Okay. She like lowers her arm and sees all the glowing like fauna or flora in the lake and is like, oh, dang, Nimblet, that's sick as hell.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. The other one was Awaken. So that
like he woke everything in the lock up.
Yeah, exactly. But like even like rocks and stuff.
You would even see that, and this would surprise you, Newton, because you've never seen at the bottom of this, but the entire bottom of the lake is actually covered in intricate cold water corals.
So basically, like everything I'm not sure if it targeted one thing or like a bunch of things. My money is on a bunch of things. And so like when you awaken like an object or like a creature, it's like a person now.
The whole lake is a person now?
It may be multiple.
Oh, shit.
And definitely probably like any little fishies that were in there.
Oh, that might be a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, fishing's kind of a big part of the food around here. Like when you can't hunt things, you fish.
Other people know.
The fish are that's gonna be really hard to explain, and it's our fault, or it's my fault, because I let my magical. Oh God!
This is like a horror of cosmic proportions.
Oh God, does that mean the Misty is the Misty Lock itself a person or is it now a city?
I don't know if they've made a city yet, but they could if they wanted to.
Down below you both, Nimblet is beginning to blink again.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, okay, maybe it wasn't everything. Maybe just Nimblet was awake.
Nimblet!
Are you a person?
Can you understand? It sounds like he's still him.
Yeah.
Are you just electing not to speak common, or?
Maybe he doesn't have the right vocal cord.
I guess that's fair.
Roll me perception checks.
Okay. Newson has moved back from the edge and is like sitting like slightly. She's like too drunk for this right now. But she's perceiving. She's too drunk to
Lyra, you don't
understand.
notice anything because you're watching Nimblet blink, but Newson, there are dark shapes moving towards Nimblet along the bottom of the lake. Just kind of shadows. You can't really tell what they are. But
Aggressively?
just
I guess I can't really tell.
just
It's a shadow.
quickly. I mean, you rolled a 21. Roll me investigation to like kind of look at it.
Okay. I will do my best. 4. That's
Yeah.
hey, Lyra. There's like some shadows moving towards Nimblet in the water.
Oh.
Kind of fast.
Okay, and he still won't just get out of there. I don't know what to do.
Nimblet, can you like levitate with the water up out of there? Cause there's like stuff.
As Nimblet just kind of like floats up and is now just floating above the surface of the water.
All right, keep coming, buddy. This way, please.
He still seems content to stay on his own path.
Okay.
These things are now
Okay.
bigger. You can roll again if you want to.
Investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
Lyra, you
Can I
can
see
roll
them yet?
perception to see if you notice them yet.
Well, I pointed them out to her.
That's fair. Yeah, you can both roll investigation.
The exact same roll.
Well, you know what I rolled? A 2.
We're doing really good.
Guys, we have a lot of rerolls.
Oh,
Yeah, but like,
can I reroll that?
yeah, you reroll. You reroll.
Yeah, I should reroll that.
I think it's funnier if I just don't get it.
There we go.
Lyra,
Mhm.
these are something that was sometimes caught in warm weather lakes around Stipvale. They're giant crabs.
I think those are giant crabs.
Does your
Newton,
book
hearing
say-
that, you would recognize that, oh, I do know what these are. We eat them a lot. And they're about 4... Well, you said fishing's a big part of Old Fast Lake. These are 4-foot wide crabs. They're great food. They're hard to catch.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't eating them every day,
I
but
think it's
every once in a
more
while.
of like I think that like hunting in the forest is probably the primary because like it would be really easy to overfish the lake between the 3 cities, but occasionally I think, especially if there's giant crabs that like you know you could fight as like a test of strength or something like that, and then when you kill it, like you eat it at the festival or something like that.
I think it
you
would have
know?
been. I think it would have been like a special hunt. Like if one of them
Yeah.
got spotted having crawled out of the lake,
Yeah, it would have been
then
like
it would have been like every Minotaur. Like it was whoever could get there fastest and claim it.
Yes, I think so. Like, I think fishing would be more of a last resort, and then the crabs would be like a special hunt. Well, what's the likelihood that those are people now?
Pretty good, I would say.
I don't know how happy they're gonna be to see a Minotaur. We do kind of. We don't like
Maybe-
go out of our way to hunt them, but like if they come out of the water, it's on, you know?
Maybe you should like hide behind a tree or something, and I'll see if they want anything.
Maybe I could like, can I like use disguise self? Hold on, I gotta see what the extent of disguise self is. Also, I have to remind myself that if I use any magic over a first level spell, we have to roll on the wild magic table.
Magic.
Wild magic! I love wild magic.
Because I keep
We're
forgetting
not
to do
even
that.
gonna roll the d20. It's just funnier to roll on the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can make myself look like I'm gonna make myself look like a furbolg because I don't think the furbolgs would hunt them because they do the farming.
Well, that's
True.
way better idea. Okay.
What was your idea?
Oh, I said maybe you could hide behind a tree.
I could, but I think I'm gonna go. You know, I don't use my
No,
magic
this
a
is
lot,
fine.
but
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
All right.
I think she'd probably
Newsden.
just like take the form of the first furbolg she thought of, which would probably be Kieran in this context.
Okay, I have a question for you. Do you want to roll the d20 or do you just want to roll wild magic because it's shenanigans day?
Shenanigans!
Roll me a d1000.
1,000?
1,000.
Oh my god. I had the 100 keyed up. All right. 290.
Good one.
290. We're gonna take a brief intermission, folks. I'll let you know what happens with the wild magic when we get back.
Uh-oh.
We'll see everyone in a minute. And we'll announce the continent names. We'll see you then.
Yes.
A.
A.
All right. Let's go to the combat map so we can show off our new continents because that was halftime. From our highest donator, Greg, we now have the continent of Eureka,
Let's go.
which is a hellish desert wasteland.
Love a good hellish desert
And
wasteland.
the former throne of the Celestials.
It's a little fucked up now. They gotta do some redecorating, I think.
Very fun. Then from Beyond Oasis, we have Manamata, the giraffe-shaped one, and home of the Owlin and Aarakocra tribes.
I'm sorry, draft?
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yeah, it's got little legs, big head.
Yeah, I see it.
Definitely a giraffe is what I saw for sure.
And then from the Sky Tea, we have. I was gonna
Were you gonna?
I was gonna let you say the name you named it,
Nuatia.
which was the home of the Long Dark and it wasn't the Long Dark, the Long Night,
The Long Night.
the Long Night and the No More Light campaigns,
Yes.
in a very fucked up place.
A very fucked up little guy, in fact, I would say.
And then, Fox, you snuck into it. You are. This is the continent of Alania, which is where Karak is from. So Karak will no longer be from the hedge, because now his continent has a name.
Oh.
Wow. He's from somewhere.
Is that big river down the middle, the Wandering River?
It is.
Is it always down the middle, or does it wander?
It wanders.
Oh, wow.
They just put it in the middle because they're like, well, we're never going to be able to map this properly, so we're just going to give it our best shot.
What a nightmare for map makers around.
Well, I mean, if you look at
They are
it,
vexed by this continent.
if you look at it, that river is almost the size of the crater, which held Umbreon's hold and was massive. So that could just be
the
the
crater we left.
So that could very well just be they drew like a possible range for the river on the map.
That makes a lot of sense, because it's almost as big as like the whole forest on Silvenaria.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all 5 continents, everyone. Thank you again to those donators. And now we have met all of our donation goals.
Time to see what I rolled on the wild magic table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was doing.
That is what you were doing. Oh, we forgot. We forgot to look.
Now, I know what it does, it's gonna be interesting.
Unawaken.
Awaken. I get the ability to break the fourth wall
Yeah.
and address the DM directly.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Damn it.
I don't know anything about this monster.
Uh-oh.
Oh, say the name! Say the name!
Say the name, say the name. It's just a Tarrasque.
No, it's not that bad. I know a lot about those. I just don't know. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna read it and we're gonna wing it and see how it goes together. Everybody ready? 290? A black djinn materializes in front of you and bows.
That's a genie. A
Yeah.
djinn?
Yeah. A genie appears in front of you and bows.
Hold on, I gotta make sure. Is it spelled?
Jinni.
Oh, it's Jinni. Oh
But
yeah.
yes, it's a genie. A genie appears in front of you and just bows. They are like cobalt black. Almost like they're made of stone a little bit.
Do you know him?
No, I
Is
don't.
he bothering you?
I mean, he can't. He hasn't said anything, so Nusa just kind of like raises a hand and is just like, "Hey, how's it going?"
What is it you seek?
Like, in the greater scheme of things, or like,
He doesn't respond to you.
Have I read about anything like this before?
Roll me an Arcana check at disadvantage. A 19. Ginny will give you your deepest desire, but if you phrase it wrong, there's always a catch. And the catches typically end up in, like, death.
I think I've read about these before. So they kill a lot of people. I'm gonna start with that. They kill people a lot.
hey, all right.
But they do it in like a special way where they grant your wish that you them. But they try to kill you, okay, with how you phrase your wish. Mostly.
So, I probably shouldn't mention the whole like God War thing that we're dealing with.
They could definitely. Yeah, you want to be really specific if you are gonna wish for something. You want to be really, really specific. And
like, what's the breadth of their power, though? You know, like.
Do I know anything about that?
Like
You would have only ever heard stories. Nobody really ever tested anything like that.
I have no idea. I just know they've killed people. That's really important.
Is there like a is it like a one and done kind of deal?
Typically, yes.
Yeah, I think so.
What if we could like fix Warren?
But I don't know how to be specific enough about that wish.
There is only one rule. I cannot break another's pact.
How do we know if they have a pact?
I will know. I will deny your right.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh boy.
Okay, we could just have him follow us around for
The
a while.
the crabs are still getting closer to Nimblet.
Oh god, that's probably okay, right?
Yeah, let's just
worry about this.
Let's do this later.
This guy.
Okay.
Nimblet will holler if there's anything wrong, I'm sure.
Oh, I thought we were doing the opposite. I thought we were taking care of Nimblet and ignoring this guy.
Oh, we can't ignore this guy. I don't know. I think Nimblet is capable. I don't.
Hey, crabs!
You watch as the shapes under the water kind of all stop suddenly.
I see what you're doing. Don't mess with it. Come talk to us.
Don't mess with him. You leave that guy alone now.
This rush of crabs begins rushing.
Bothering you? Are these crabs bothering you?
This rush of crabs begins rushing towards the lakeside. There's hundreds of them.
There's what? I thought you said
Some
two.
giant crabs?
I thought you said two.
Oh god, now we gotta talk to giant crabs.
I'm sorry. I didn't want them going after Nimlet, so
No, I get it. Maybe he's like their god now, because he woke them up.
What is it you desire?
Look, how much time do you have?
Time holds no meaning.
Okay, can I tell you the story and explain then?
Of course.
Okay, so basically, we're in like a weird war with gods because this god, who isn't supposed to remember where he came from, remembers where he came from, and his world got wiped out, and so he wants to destroy our world to bring back his world, and I don't want him to do that, but I tried, we wanted to make friends with him, and, he didn't like it when I told him I felt bad for him about everything that happened, and then he tried to kill me. But like, we want to be cool, and I don't know if he wants to be cool. I don't know if he's just mad to be mad or what, but so like, we've been dealing with a lot with that.
it's been kind of stressful.
It's been really stressful. And, like, what I really just want is, like,
Clarification? What is it that you desire?
I want to know what do I want to know?
And then a wave of crabs descends.
Yep.
It does not need to be something you wish to know. It could be power.
Yeah, but like, power gets you killed if you don't earn it. I've been fighting long enough to know that, you know, if you take shortcuts, that's what gets you killed.
Wisdom. Would you not take wisdom, News and World Walker? Is that not what you desire?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I want I want to be able to help everyone if I can. I don't feel like he deserves destruction, and I think if he could just see reason, then he could be a god worth following, but I don't know, he doesn't want my sympathy.
Okay, Team Huddle. This is
Okay,
anything
all
I
right.
say is not this guy. He can't hear me.
Okay.
Team Huddle between you and me and not this guy.
You and me and this guy. Just me and you. Just us and your friend Steve. Do 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 Steve. That's who this guy is now, canonically.
I need that animated.
It's finally me and you, just us and your friend Steve. That is very accurate, honestly, for this.
Yeah.
We were just going on a nice date, and then Steve showed up
I
and was
know.
like, "What do you want?" and filled me with existential dread.
Weeping. Okay, so we could definitely like ask him for knowledge. I feel like we can probably phrase that in a way that won't too devastating.
Yeah.
But you were talking about like, wanting Lauren to like see reason.
Yeah.
What if we asked him to like make Roran like a person for a day? A real ass person.
Well, he was a person at one point.
So you don't think that?
I don't well, because the problem is he was a person, and what he wants is the people he lost. So I don't know if, like, I think that he has decided that this world is not as valuable as his. And I'm not sure how to show him that it's not. So what I want is to, like, understand maybe, like, how to change his mind. I just don't want to see a world without hope, you know?
Either.
You hear the Jin just humming a tune off towards the lock.
Okay, so it sounds like we want to do some good, not like.
Yeah, I feel like you can't, like, you can't go too wrong with knowledge.
Yeah. We should probably make a few caveats, like in a way that will bring harm to no person, creature, thing. I would like,
Yeah. Okay. So we want the knowledge to convince Roran. Wait, the knowledge of how to convince Roran not to destroy this world, but in a way that doesn't harm any person, creature, or that doesn't harm anybody. Any person, place, thing, that doesn't harm any innocent bystander, any innocent by existing.
Maybe don't put innocent in front of it.
Oh yeah. That's true. That is subjective.
Yeah. Oh, also, I want you to know that when he was like, when the second time when we were dealing with the crab, and he was like, "What is your wish?" I almost said, "Shut up."
Oh God.
Like I was very close to saying that. I caught myself, but
Newsen.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you finish saying that, the Jin holds out his hands as a rolled paper appears in them.
That's for me.
It is for you.
All right, cool. Will I be able to read this?
You will.
Okay, cool. Thanks. She's gonna reach out and take it.
The second you take it, the djinn vanishes.
Okay. Well, Lyra, you know, we got a new book, sort of.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Oh, I mean, open it up. Let's see.
Should we maybe how close is the crab army to us?
The crab issue.
The crab army seems to have all stopped at the edge of the lake,
Okay, they're fine.
but they're all looking up at you.
Give us like 2 seconds and
We'll be right there.
Yeah.
She just like calls down.
This is us time.
Newson's gonna like it. Is it sealed or anything? Or is it just like ready to be unrolled?
It's just ready to be unrolled.
Alright, she's gonna open it up.
You open it up, and as it unrolls, Newson, you see that the first thing on it is a map of Sylvanaria. With, if you'll all look at your actual map of Sylvanaria.
Okay, alright, okay.
A dot in the mountains near Apud. Let me draw. Put the dot. God damn, that's small. I don't know why this isn't working.
Like,
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god. I think we did it. Like without dying, without like getting people hurt.
Yeah, I mean it's the vaguest information that
Attached.
could have.
There's more to it.
Okay, okay.
I just couldn't get the thing down, so it seemed like a long pause. Attached to that is a description of an ore that prevents healing by any means to be found in a mine in those mountains.
Oh.
And on the next page are blueprints for a wicked-looking axe covered in runes.
My god. Lyra, like, Newson's like having reservations, and then she sees the picture of the wicked axe, and all reservations leave her body. She's like suddenly like a kid looking at like the presents under a Christmas tree. She's like starry-eyed, like, oh, this is the coolest axe blueprint I've ever seen.
Newson, written in Minotaur across the top of this schematic, it says God Killer.
Shit. Does this like... It's written in Minotaur. Do I get the sense that like it's written in Minotaur because I need to be able to read it? Or do I get the sense that this is like maybe actually something of like historical relevance, like created by a blacksmith minotaur or something like that?
You get the sense that this knowledge is very, very old. You can roll investigation for me, though.
I will. I'm so good at investigating. Well, that's better than all the other investigations I've rolled. Very incredibly average.
You can't really make it out in the dim light, but it seems like the design of the schematic has a stamp on it.
Oh. We gotta look closer at this later, I think, Lyra. This is,
Are you gonna tell Lyra what it all is?
Oh, yeah. Well...
We're looking at it. This is us time.
Yeah, well, it's written in Minotaur, and, like, I think it's actually written by a Minotaur. Like, it's not just written in Minotaur because I'm a Minotaur and can read it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it basically is laying out a place to find an ore capable of preventing healing.
Oh.
And the axe is christened God Killer.
So we.
It doesn't seem like we can. I guess he literally cannot be reasoned with. If this is the if we asked for the knowledge to help him see reason, and the only, I guess we could threaten him into seeing reason. I guess that's like self-preservation might stop him. Is maybe what's being implied here, but
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
but also
I guess if this magical, mystical being is truly saying there is no way to reason, then there isn't a way.
Yeah. I mean, he did try and kill me for saying I felt bad for him, which I thought was more of like a, you know, a response, like a, oh, you don't know my life, you know, kind of like he was lashing out, you know?
Yeah, like a defensive thing.
Yeah. But I guess it was really just that he wanted me to die for pitying him.
Okay.
It just, I don't like that.
Well, we could try to threaten him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if if we have to kill the God of Hope? What happens?
Well, maybe there can be a new one.
Well, from what I understand, I think what PT, I can roll a history check for this. Wasn't I told that in order for one god to ascend, like there's a limited amount of perpetuals, and like for one to ascend, one has to be like gone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure I was remembering that correctly. I think that, well, I don't know if this has been made abundantly clear to anybody else, but Elliot has made some kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think that he is set to become a god of something if we destroy the god Roran, the god of hope. I don't know what, but what was implied to me was that a new god cannot ascend until a previous perpetual is destroyed and removed from. So we wouldn't be able to like get a new god of hope. It would be whatever deal Elliot made when he died would come to fruition, I guess. Which is part of the reason, of course, why I guess Roran is fighting so hard against us as well. Outside of just, I mean, but I don't know what's gonna happen to him when that happens, and I don't think he really thought about anything other than the goal in the moment. But like, you lose, it's not like he'll just be like Elliot but a god. Like, you lose everything about yourself. You do not retain individuality, as far as I can tell.
It's like dying.
Yeah, it is essentially. That's what makes it so weird that Roran so desperately wants to bring back his old world, because he shouldn't be able to like remember it. The only reason that I know the story is because Astra Leone is the one that elevated him to godhood, and he told me it because I think he feels guilty, even though he might not necessarily admit it. But he created Roran, so
something we're still missing.
Yeah. There's definitely some missing pieces.
From off in the forest, you hear a very loud snap crack of a tree falling.
Are the crabs going into the forest?
Yeah, where are they?
It seems like there's still a large group in the water near you.
Okay, maybe I should go talk to them.
Yeah, we should probably go talk to them. Newson's probably going to. I think this is like too important to just put in the bag. I think this is a like tuck it in the corset kind of deal. Like it's got to be somewhere where she knows it's going to stay.
Got it. Understood.
No thieving.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach the water, you see that these crabs that are in the water are just staring up at you very intently, but you see off the edges of the lock as crabs are pulling trees back into the water.
I think they're making us.
Oh my god, a crab city?
Perhaps. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
I assume that-
How are you?
You know, it's been a weird night. Made even weirder by this specific interaction.
This is gonna be a language barrier thing. You're gonna have to work through it.
Well, your mic is also cutting out when you make that
I'm
voice.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Like we're hearing like.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
No, it's not your fault. It's just
yeah.
it's
No.
been a weird
That was
night.
the crab saying, "I'm sorry for the awkward encounter."
I know. We were responding with.
Oh, I'm so confused. Anyways, moving on.
So, what are you guys doing?
Building.
I assume that was building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I only heard ing.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
What's
animal handling.
Okay. You know?
So, did you guys just gain consciousness, or?
12's good enough. Even if you can't fully understand them, you can recognize their intentions. I'm just gonna talk normal.
Okay, cool.
We are building.
Building what?
We are building a city. Yeah, I'm using that voice. That's way better.
Yep, that's good. I like it.
We are building a city.
Wow, that's so fast. Haven't you guys been conscious for like 10 minutes?
Yes, but we have the knowledge of the one who awakened us.
Nimblet knows how to build
Nimblet?
cities? Wait, can you talk to Nimblet?
Nimblet can talk to all of us.
Ask
How?
him.
He is our god.
Oh, good. Okay.
Wow.
Could you ask him what his name is, or if he wants to use a different name than Nimblet? Cause like, you know, now that he's a god, I feel a little weird, like giving him a name. You know?
You just kind of hear as it floats by. He approves of the name.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm glad. Nimblet the god. So,
Can you ask him if he's like happy with our current way of taking care of him? Like,
yes,
good
yeah.
food, good.
He's just like, you watch his crabs, like their eyes twitch up to Nimblet as Nimblet like flaps his fins a couple times. He says you can talk to him yourself. He does
But
not.
We can't.
He says he wants us to build the temple instead.
But we can't understand what he says.
You just need simply open your mind to God. As these crabs like scuttle further back, like picking up rocks off the lake bed and dragging them off with them.
Nimblet, did you intentionally make a religion to yourself?
Mm.
All right, you know what? I guess I gotta open my mind to God.
Be careful.
I guess I'm just gonna like settle down and try and mentally connect with Nimblet. I'm gonna do exactly what I see Lyra do when she like brings us into her mind space.
Try to think like Niblet.
Okay.
Newton, you like focus in as Nimblet turns and makes eye contact with you, and you are just snapped into like a manatee reef sitting on top of a very large snout.
On Nimblet's snout?
You are back in what you thought was the inside of the box, but might have just been inside Nimblet's head.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello! Oh my god. I feel like I have a million questions, but I don't know how to ask them.
It's okay.
Okay, so to start, did you intentionally make yourself a god?
I was always a god.
Always? What are you the god of? Besides crabs?
The elemental god of water.
You're the elemental god of water?
Yes?
Holy, I'm sorry. I know that was like kind of a redundant question, but I'm just not that like that's surprising because you're not impressive or anything. It's just like I went from like no gods to like so many gods so fast.
Me and my siblings woke up recently.
Who are your siblings?
One of them was a bear.
Gazpacho?
Who is Gazpacho?
He's a bear that can move the earth.
That sounds like him.
Oh my god, who are your other siblings? We haven't met them yet. I didn't know Gazpacho was a god. Oh my god, now I'm just gonna flip out.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I couldn't hear the first part of that. I
He
just
said,
heard I'm
he
sorry.
said, I don't remember.
Oh. You don't remember them? You don't remember anything about them? I mean, outside, I guess you're the elements, so one of you is like air and one is fire? Those are the elements, right?
They might not be awake yet. I didn't remember Gazpacho until he woke up.
Oh, so you were the first one to wake up.
I was.
Wait a minute. If you're a god, can you really be lost? How did the lost god get you?
A trap.
Oh, that bitch. Oh my god.
He may
No
have
offense.
our other siblings too.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck Nathaniel up. I'm gonna make the god-killing axe to kill him, and then I'm gonna replace him with you.
I can't be a god like them.
Why not? You are amazing. You're way better than him.
You can't replace a perpetual that way.
By killing them? Or
If the
with
seed
a
is-
god that...
If the seed is empty, it can be filled from anywhere.
Well, what if I fill it with you?
It must be filled through the act of the individual.
Well, you can be really impressive in that moment, I'm sure of it. You just awakened a bunch of crabs and asked them to build a temple to you.
Well, I told them to build a community house. They took it as temple. I
Oh.
just wanted somewhere I could get stew.
You could have told me. I'd make you stew.
Oh. Let's get stew.
Okay. So, like a vegetable stew, I guess? Look, I know you haven't had Lulin's cooking yet, but you joined a group with the best cook anywhere around here.
Okay.
I'll ask him for vegetable stew.
I don't want to float that far. Can I hitch a ride?
What do you mean?
Can you just carry me for a little bit?
How can you adjust your size and weight? Look, I'm really strong, but I'm not like 3,000 pounds strong. But yes, I would carry you anywhere.
I'm only a couple hundred.
Oh, then yes, I'll definitely carry you. I'll take you wherever you want, bud.
Okay, let's go get vegetable stew. As
Okay.
Nugent, you find yourself back in your body, and you watch as Nimblet flies towards you, turning into this translucent blue light, as he hits your shoulder and turns into a manatee face shoulder piece.
My guy! Oh my god! Lyra! Lyra!
Did he die?
No!
That was not in your head.
Lyra, Nimblet is a god, and so is Gazpacho!
That's crazy. I don't know if I believe that honestly, but wow.
He just turned into a shoulder piece for no reason!
Almost.
He doesn't wanna walk. Also, he wants vegetable stew. Also, Nathaniel has been luring him and his elemental siblings into traps so he can keep them.
What?
Yeah, so now I think we should kill Nathaniel. I think I'm gonna make the god-killing axe to kill Nathaniel.
Almost to prove the point, when you say that, when you point out that Nimblet turned into the shoulder piece and that's why it's a god, the shoulder piece jumps off at Lyra, and as it hits you, Lyra, it turns into like a breastplate of armor.
Whoa. Whoa. Is he dead now?
I don't think so. I think he's just proving a point.
Okay. Thanks.
It turns back into Nimblet for a moment. You'll hear "moo, moo, 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 moo," as he like his head like floats away up and away from you, before he just like turns back into the same kind of watery glow and slaps back into a pauldron.
Well,
Do you think that Gazpacho can do this too?
that would be so cool.
That would be so cool.
I hope so.
We should really let the other group know that they're traveling with a god.
God,
That's
like,
so
really crazy.
really, really crazy. This has been, like, this is not where I thought this night was gonna go.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry I suggested taking them, but I did. I
Oh.
feel like we didn't really get into
As you're standing on this beach, there's a flash from the world tree. Like from the portal opening and closing.
Where does that open again?
It goes to Umbreon's hold. Well, it can go to any world tree.
You guys don't know that for a fact.
We have the vague idea that it can go to any world tree, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We know for sure it goes to Umbreon's hold, because we came from there.
I feel like, should we go see what that is?
Probably.
I want
Yeah.
at least 3 of these crabs to come with us. Just putting it out there.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Hey, guys?
Yes?
Would a couple of you guys mind walking with us to the big tree over there?
Protect the god! Protect the god! As, like, these crabs, like, come up out of the water. And they're already carrying, like, makeshift shields and makeshift, like, spears. Like, some of them have, like, pieces of wood, like, strapped to their claws.
You guys work fast.
Gone through their Stone Age already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lyra, this time you hear it, too. They're going to. I made them as smart as you.
As Lyra?
Yes.
Holy shit! They're gonna make underwater libraries for you to go to.
Wow. I can't wait to see their innovations in the technologies of waterproof books. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They'll be innovating to help you in your big fight.
Wow. That's great.
They're a civilization birthed to fight for you.
That's. I have mixed feelings about that.
The god that is Nimblet does not seem to care.
Newson looks like up and to the like right into the sky, kind of vaguely to her side, and goes, "Astro Leone, are you seeing this shit?" Like, she doesn't know where he is.
He just as you guys are like running forward with these crabs running in front of you and to the sides and behind you, Astara Leone just appears on the crab, just sitting cross-legged in front of you.
Hey, Newson, quick question.
Yes.
Did we, like, take something?
I don't believe we've met, darling.
Did I take something?
You can see him?
Yeah.
You told me nobody else could see you!
If I choose it to be so.
You've been making me look like a crazy person!
I feel like I didn't drink that much.
No, I promise this is actually happening. I don't know why all these gods keep finding me. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting weird.
The power
Hello?
from the plains is still surging, darling. They're going to be at their most powerful.
Well, hello.
It's a pleasure to meet me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings.
Okay. I mean, can you at least try and be, like, nice? Come on.
Yes, Lyra,
Astro
Lyra,
Leone.
do listen to her.
No,
My feelings are
you.
becoming less mixed.
But no, I cannot believe that you are running along with your crab army towards the world tree. If I was telling this story, I would have to cut this part out for being too strange.
Also, the genie?
Yes, well, that was entirely your magic, darling.
Yeah, that was all me, I guess.
Good job.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You could go for something else, try casting another spell. The night's wild enough, isn't it?
You know, that's fair enough.
Are you gonna do it?
Yes, I will definitely do it. Hold on. First of all, I never actually did the casting of Disguise Self, so let me do that so I'm down the correct spell slot. Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'm gonna cast I'll just cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
And suddenly there will be 3 of me sitting on 3 various other crabs.
Roll me a D1000. Since we're doing it to trigger the wild magic, you can make it. You can always make the magic as unstable as you want.
Oh boy. All right. Let me get this 1000 in here. All right, here we go. 100 less than the last one. 181.
Roll it again.
Man, I can't wait to.
That is that one's stupid. Roll again.
Oh, okay. That
was a
one's
symmetrical number.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The same backwards as it is forwards.
But also it has reflectional symmetry.
Oh.
Put it down.
630.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to know.
181.
I know. I want to know too.
Maybe after.
Newson, as you cast Disguise Self, as you cast Mirror Image, they all kind of pop at you. You're like, haha, and then a fireball erupts from Newson. Lyra, it envelops you faster than you can realize. Astara Leon's eyes go wide as he vanish. The crabs kind of stumble and crash into each other, and then it's gone. And you feel the heat, but you're completely fine because it was an illusion of a fireball.
Oh!
I was gonna say, you know, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
As the crabs and you get to the world tree, you see 3 people and a large animal walking out from the tree. My bad, 4 people.
Is it a bear-shaped animal?
It is a bear-shaped animal.
Oh my god! We were just talking about you guys, they say as they ride up on like 20 crabs. 20 giant crabs.
Out of like flames. Like,
Drago looks at you all. Wonderful, you have brought feast.
No, these guys are people now.
They're people.
How long were we gone?
You weren't gone that long.
Like 12 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I know it's probably more than 12 minutes for them, but
Ro is just looking at you all in disdain, and Avery's like trying to look anywhere but at the 2 of you.
What?
Anyway, what's up? Gazpacho, you're a god. That's crazy.
Was that like a questioning groan?
Yes,
or like
that was a very questioning groan.
Meet your brother. Wait.
Yeah, Nimblet, meet your brother. Say hi.
Gazpacho lowers his head and just starts growling.
Whoa, Gazpacho!
Are you guys not on good terms?
Are you not friendly siblings?
As
Are you fine?
As you begin to move forward, the crabs like surge around you as the ground beneath Ro, Avery, and Drago's feet and around Gazpacho begins to shake.
From Gazpacho maybe casting something?
Roll me nature.
Okay. Nature it is.
Me as well, or just?
You can roll it as well.
Oh my god! You have a +9 in nature? Holy shit!
I actually don't know why that is. I have no idea.
There is something coming through the ground towards you at a rapid speed.
There's something.
Hey guys, maybe you should get on a crab.
You watch as these three like stumble over. Rose still very obviously hurt, and Avery not doing too hot either. Kind of like stumble as the crabs like just shuffle them over the top, and Drago just jumps into it as the ground around Gazpacho opens up. As probably 25 or 30 boulettes dig their way up out of the ground behind him.
Whoa, guys!
As
Wait, did Gazpacho just summon an army of boulettes?
Are they gonna fight?
These are his people! Guys, we've had enough wars around the base of the world tree, please no.
Yeah, I feel like let's not fight.
Gazpacho stops growling but begins like slowly walking closer and closer and closer until suddenly just his demeanor changes entirely and he just prances through the crabs, gives the pauldron a lick, and just moves on. As the boulettes and the crabs begin to mingle and the crabs seem to be hooking harnesses up to the boulettes.
Gazpacho! Were you fucking with us? Oh my god! Oh my god! Gazpacho! You little shit! You got us, man.
You got us.
I thought you were pissed.
And then you just hear it from off to the side. What the fuck just happened?
It's been kind of a weird night.
Whose question was that?
That was just Rose sitting on a crab, just.
So there are 4 elemental gods. They're siblings. I met one recently, and Newsom kind of like pats the manatee pauldron. This guy, god of the element of water. Gazpacho is his brother, the element of earth. And these are their apparently legions. I don't know if Gazpacho has the ability to do this. Maybe we should try and have a conversation with these boulettes, I guess. But Nimblet, that's what I named him. He has the ability to... What was the name of the spell, Lyra? I forgot.
Awaken.
Oh, he has the ability to awaken things, like on a really big scale. So he made a sentient city of crabs in the nearby lake.
Excuse me?
It's been a weird night.
No. That's not a weird night. That is not a weird night. That is a delusion.
It's not
I was thinking we might have taken something, but if you guys can see the crabs, I feel like it's not very likely that we all took something.
Are we sure they're not going to eat us?
I'm pretty sure.
They speak common.
They waited patiently while we had a conversation with the djinn, so.
Yeah, they waited really patiently.
What?
Well, so, okay, here's what happened. When the crabs were coming out of the water, I was worried they would be angry at me because I'm a minotaur and, like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes we
you
killed...
Don't look like yourself. This is news.
That's right, I have an hour of disguised self.
Okay, so Newsom's here too.
Yep, it's me. So anyway, I cast disguise self so the crabs would not be upset by me, and then well, so my magic kind of causes like these magical surges to happen sometimes, and apparently when I did it this time, it summoned a genie, and he was like, what do you want? And then I was like, wow, that's like a big question, dude. Like, that's a big
Yeah,
question to just put on me, like, right now.
Like a second question.
Yeah,
I know
so
what
then, so
I
then
know
we
what
had, like,
I
a group.
want. I
Then we
don't
had a
think that's
group
that hard.
huddle.
I don't think that's that hard. I know what I want.
What do you want?
I want my sword back.
Well,
Maybe
I'm not
we
gonna
ask for
lie.
that.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen.
Who has it? They're gonna get hurt.
I mean, more hurt than you?
Yeah.
If they listen to that sword, absolutely.
Well, I don't think they're listening to it. They're probably smarter than that.
Well, it has thousands of souls in
Yup.
it. The sword has
I
some
think
tricks to it. Have him come see me so I can show him how to use them the right way before he does anything stupid with it.
Okay, well, that I think we could probably do.
Our only task from our dad was to make sure that sword didn't hurt anybody.
Well, you're a little late for that. It almost hurt a lot of people.
We understand that. And we thank you for your help. But
No problem.
we need to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that's, fair enough.
And figure out your new army?
Yeah? I'd rather not use them for battle if I can help it, because it seems a little wrong to, like, send a new species to war to, like, maybe die. But, like, we'll discuss that later, because they have free will and it's up to them, I guess, but,
Yeah. And he kind of looks over and goes, and you, buddy, you're just gonna just not do anything about it? And from your left, you just hear, and Scott's posture just grunts like, yep, wasn't ever gonna tell anybody. Enjoyed being favorite bear too much.
I like being coddled, thank you.
Sorry, Gazpacho. I didn't mean to, like, say something you didn't want said.
Yeah. Nimblet wasn't hiding it like you were. I didn't realize it was a secret. That's my bad.
You watch around you as you're just all kind of standing here. The crabs are like hooking trees up to the boulettes and pulling them out of the ground and back towards the lake.
Okay, well, be careful. This is kind of like an important sacred area for you to just be pulling trees up out of the ground, okay?
They do not seem to care.
Could you at least smooth the ground back over, or, like, replant the trees that you're pulling up? Be a sustainable society, okay? Don't be assholes. Nimblet, tell your crabs.
The pauldron does nothing. In fact,
God.
unlike earlier, now the eyes on the pauldron seem to be closed.
Oh, you are such a little shit. Gods. Am I right? There's a looks at the wider group. Like they're gonna agree.
Gazpacho just goes.
Well, there's a really good healer back in Ulfast that we could probably get you all to see pretty quickly because of all the, well, I guess we're gonna have to walk because all the crabs are leaving, but, it's not far from here.
You watch as, like, almost now that the secret's out, Newson, as Gazpacho walks up and, like, kind of almost grabs Avery's shirt and, like, pulls it up, like, off, just, like, rips it off real fast, and then just licks the wound on his chest as it glows yellow, and when his tongue is gone, the wound is gone.
Holy shit! Gazpacho! I feel like that would have been really helpful a lot of times.
You want to try and open your mind to another god?
Yes.
Lyra, do you want to try to join in this time?
Yeah, I feel like I know Gazpacho better. We have a better rapport. You know?
Yeah, that's so fair. You know what? If you want to be the one to do it this time, you know.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay. So Yusa just like coaches you a little bit. She's like, I was just kind of like, I emptied my mind, and I kind of like, I mean, you're better at this anyway. Like, you do this anyway, so you don't really need the coaching.
Fish.
And Lyra, suddenly you are in Gazpacho's mind.
What does it look like? It's a nice place.
It is a flowing creek with a waterfall at the top in the woods. Gazpacho is sitting up top with a pile of salmon.
No, Gazpacho.
Bringer of fish, hello!
What?
You are the
Are we
bringer of
what?
fish.
Yeah. She's gonna think up some fish. That work?
No. When I was hungry, you brought us fish.
Oh, okay. So I thought you wanted fish right now, and I was like, well, we're in your head. So...
I have mountains of fish here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's how we met.
Yes.
Good times.
You found my brother.
Yeah. So you have more siblings, right?
I do.
You know who they are?
I do not.
And you know that Nathaniel's like has it out for you guys, right?
I escaped him once in the Red Desert.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry, I got a little bit off topic. So that healing thing could have been really useful a couple of times. Just saying.
Okay.
So in the future, if you could save people from dying, that'd be really cool.
I can't upset the balance.
That's fair. But wow, it's lovely to actually get to talk to you. So you and your sibling, are you guys like chill? Are you guys gonna like stay? What's is 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 he dead? Because he's like a, a chest plate or something now. Is
Is he dead?
He's not dead.
okay,
Just dramatic.
that's cool. Yeah. So, well, I don't remember what else I was supposed to. But you know what? It's lovely talking.
Are you going to save this world?
I'm gonna damn well try, but I don't know if we'll succeed, but we'll try. We'll try really hard.
Then I will lend you power to help.
Oh, okay. Like what? Like what?
As you are snapped out of Gazpacho's head, as Gazpacho seems to shrink, as like flakes of rock fall off of him before they whip towards you, Lyra, and starting at your fingertips, build up your arm into a gauntlet that faintly glows with yellow light.
Elliot's gonna be so jealous.
Elliot's gonna be super jealous. I assume you said that out loud when,
Yes.
when you snapped out of it.
Also, are you alive, Gazpacho?
Gazpacho, a smaller Gazpacho, much more normal bear size, in front of you just goes, "Yes, I still are."
I can't understand them anymore, but
Yeah, I think it's like you can really only understand them. You get like the vibe, but you can really only understand them in their heads. Wow, this has been a wild night. If we wake up tomorrow and none of this was real, one of us needs to write it down because this is crazy.
yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, yeah, this would be a crazy story. I just think Nom is also going to be really jealous of this.
Oh my god, Nom's gonna be so jealous.
I feel like maybe I wasn't the person. Anyway, well, I guess we'll just see how it goes.
I don't know. I mean, Gaspar, you know, you're special.
Thanks.
Yeah. The only flirt they get to do tonight.
Well, this was great. I had a great night.
Yeah, this was, like I said, not how I expected tonight to go. I guess we ought to. I assume you guys are here for Olfast, or were you heading somewhere else? Newson says, turning to Drago and Avery and Ro.
We were going to go. Mike, pick up my fucking voice. We were going to go through Hillfest.
All right, well, we gotta head back that way anyway, so.
Perfect. As you guys head back and the crabs and the boulettes kind of head off on their own way, as Gazpacho walks with you. And as you are both walking along, I need you to give me perception checks at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Not happening for me.
14 for me. Oh, one of those was an 18. That's so sad.
Dreadful.
Okay. So because of that, Newson is going to have advantage on this next roll.
Okay.
Lyra, you don't hear it, but Newson, you hear the sound of very familiar lyre music from behind you.
Okay. Like it.
It's his time spell.
Okay. I'm going to immediately, like, Newson doesn't even acknowledge it. It's just like an immediate, like, the arm goes out behind her to grab the lyre.
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
We are both gonna roll dexterity.
Okay.
To see if he finishes the song
before
you can get it off. And I'm just going to say this. He is a god.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
No.
But so are you.
Yeah, but so am I.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, roll.
Yeah, that's oh, it didn't roll. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see a roll. What was it?
It was like yes, but then it was like no. Well, it's a 15, so not great.
I was gonna say, is it possible for you to?
So
it's not possible for me to hit a 28.
You mess up the song, but it still goes off, Newton.
What the fuck, eh?
As you are whipped all the way back in time to the bar. Roll me... I'm not going to make you roll me a wisdom save. You'll remember some of the stuff.
Okay.
Lyra, I do need you to roll me a wisdom save.
That's at least something you're good at. Oh my god!
Lyra remembers nothing.
I mean, you could re-roll it, but this is what Karak felt like.
It's just one reroll.
Yeah, one reroll. Come on.
Yeah, just something. I want to get a little something.
Yeah. This is what you do.
You will both remember all of the events. But
Except
you
for
don't.
I didn't hear any song.
You're right.
No.
You're just suddenly back where you were at the beginning of the night. And you're
And
still
Newson is
wearing.
exclaiming, "What the fuck?"
You're still wearing the pauldron.
I had like a crazy
Like, everything
dream.
is normal. Lyra, you're even still wearing the glove. It's almost like the other gods weren't affected by the time spell the same way.
Hmm.
I think she's like not gonna notice the hand at first and be like, I think I had a really weird dream. Like a waking dream? Really vivid. And then she's like looking down at her arm. Okay, maybe not a dream.
No, it wasn't a dream. Someone is mucking about. Newson says,
I'm allowed to do that.
to like, I think Newsom would just kind of say that to like the wider, like just the bar ceiling, basically.
So, so, what? What?
Oh, that was that. I don't know why, but that was definitely Astra Leone.
But like, what? How much of that happened or is going to happen? Like, are all those people that I forget their names are they still gonna come through the world tree in like a little bit or?
Yeah, I think so. I also don't know how much of that.
You do realize that the bar has cleared out. Like, time here has obviously passed, even though you moved back here rapidly. Almost like it was more of a reset than anything else. Does that make sense?
Not really. So we're not actually
Like,
back in
it's
time?
almost like the only thing that was reversed was the two of you's positions.
Oh.
Like we walked backwards, but time wasn't really reversed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or like time was, or our actions were reversed. Sort of? Wait, Newson immediately goes for the scroll.
Yeah.
The scroll is not there.
Oh my, what the well,
But you do remember everything about it.
I saw it. You saw it. You can pull
I
it up in
saw
the
it.
book.
Yeah. I'll try to pull it up in the book.
Roll it at disadvantage. Actually, no, you don't have to. Just roll it. Arcana.
Just okay.
So with a 19, the schematics come out on the Kindle as it kind of reshapes its size to fit them. Even better than it did on the scroll itself.
Wow, I think this is gonna work.
So clearly that Newson, you can see the stamp of Ulfast Stormhorn on the base of the axe.
Holy shit. Newson like leans into the book and like points it out to Lyra. Not a lot of people use, or not a lot of Minotaurs use sigils, especially like marked sigils like this, but that is the Stormhorn sigil.
Oh my god. Okay, so did I did your family like kill a bunch of gods?
Oh. It's, I mean, technically, as far as we know, his Ulfast did have to fight against Umbreon, presumably, to get the Minotaurs out in the first place. Maybe even other gods. So,
I mean, relatable. So
and Wasn't he? Was he? Wait, was he a locksmith? No. Yes?
No.
No. But he was related to them somehow, wasn't he? Someone was like connected somehow.
He fought with Mazebreaker.
Mazebreaker, that's what it was. Okay. They were connected when he was escaping Umbreon. That's what it was. I was like, there's a connection to someone there. I got too much information in my brain.
Too much.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I guess he would need... Oh, you know, he was probably worried that Umbreon would find his way through and try and bring the Minotaurs back, so he probably, like, created the schematics for this axe and discovered this ore in order to protect them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I hope that's true. That would be really weird if he was just like, what if I just, like, kill some gods for the fun of it?
Yeah.
I bet we could show this. I wonder if I bet my dad would have a pretty good idea of how to build this. He's one of the best blacksmiths in town, so, or in the city currently. You don't
Yeah,
get the.
we could show it to him.
Yeah. Probably in the morning, because I'm assuming he's been drinking with Brave Apple all night to soothe the she kind of puts her fingers up for air quotations, loss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's now quiet in the bar.
Yep.
Want to have a drink?
Is anyone here to serve drinks anymore, or is it like empty?
The bar's nobody's here, but Newson, you would know well enough that you can probably serve yourself.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, we can just have a drink on our own. She'll just like get up and go behind the bar to pour some ales.
You pour some ales and bring them back to the table. As you sit down and the two of you clink your drinks, that's where we'll end our session.
Okay.
A cute ass real date, okay?
After
Yes.
after Newton and Lyra's wild night.
Newton and Lyra's
It's like
wacky little adventure.
It's like oh, I'm forgetting the reference. Like when he stays home from school, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Disaster Tour. As always, I'm PT, your Disaster Tour Guide. We had some wonderful folks here tonight. Thank you to Lyra, Dream Shadow, played by
Rosie CS on the internet.
Yeah.
And can I plug something real quick?
You can, absolutely.
Ooh.
I'm gonna stream for the first time in a very long time on this Friday.
Go!
8 MST. We're gonna be playing some Lethal Company.
Oh my god!
Caller, absolutely wonderful.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part of today, I liked the I liked the genie, the genie.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was cool, and also like I don't know, we did it, you know. we beat the genie as far as we
yeah, as far as we know.
Do still we'll see. Excited for that. What time and time zone? 8 p.m. MST, Mountain Standard.
So that would be
10 PST.
Yeah, 7 PST, 8 MST, 9 Central, and 10
Eastern.
EST.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along, then we have News and Worldwalker, played by
It's me, the Sky T. I'm not gonna lie, the unexpected Jin / Genie was also one of my favorite parts. Like, I'm about to have a stern talking to with Astro Leone though about why he's fucking about. He had to erase that part from the story because it was too unbelievable. He had to do it literally.
He said he was gonna do it.
He really did. That little shit. You could just write it out. He was like, I had to write it out of the story of your life.
Oh, God.
And as always, everybody, I'm PT, your disaster tour guide. We will be live tomorrow doing more of the worst Baldur's Gate run in history.
Yay!
Which, if you all haven't watched, we get some really, really weird, like, shifts in that game. Like, I can go from really happy to really mad in like 30 seconds. It's phenomenal to watch.
Emotional roller coaster.
You get to watch play out perfectly my true absolute hatred of gnomes.
For the deep gnomes?
For all the gnomes. First one got launched by a windmill. Second one got killed by Nier. Not because I didn't want to save them, but because I wasn't strong enough to save them by myself.
Damn.
Because I did a fucky wucky and told the guards that I was with the Absolute. Because if I hadn't done that, I could have gotten the guards to join me.
Uh-huh.
And we could have revolted and I could have gotten the same stuff, but I didn't. And that I'm stuck with that decision, just like I'm stuck with the fact that I had to kill the Grove because I wasn't strong enough to take on the goblins as a one-man party.
That's so sad.
We're doing whatever it takes to get to the end.
Yeah.
And I'm almost out of smoke powder barrels.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Those can go pretty fast.
I'll find more. I'm very good at barrelmancy.
Love.
And if you want to see how bad I am at every other type of magic, you should stop by tomorrow. Other than that, everyone, we're going to send you off to the King of Starfish.
Yeah, Starf.
If you're not in the Discord, you should absolutely do that. That's where you can get the custom 10-room dungeon that we made for the charity stream. And run it with your friends. It has a recommended level, but you can try it with as many or as few people as you want. It's 10 rooms, a couple puzzles, a couple fights. I estimate it'll take 2 to 2.5 hours to play. It should be pretty fun. Nice little one-shot.
We love it.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll see you again tomorrow. And until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do. The bar is so low.
So low. He gave us a gin.
I gave him a lot of stuff.
Good night, everybody.
When you look back at this stream, I didn't mean it, future self. Goodbye.
I didn't mean it.